Hi everybody, today we're going to make these pretty little coasters with summer approaching, and it'll really spruce up your outdoor table and cheer yourself up every time you sit outside. So you will use a double knit cotton or any yarn of your choice, double knit preferably, and I'm going to use a size 4 hook to make these, okay? And there's only 4 rounds in it and they're very straightforward, as you'll see there now in a second. So these would make a lovely gift. And they'd also be very nice for yourself. So let's chain 6 first and make your slip knot. Okay, and we'll just do a recap on the slip knot for the beginner. Wrap it around. This is the way I like to make my slip knot. Draw it through and pull it up on the hook. So whatever works for you in creating your slip knot. Okay, so chain up 6 to get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and close it. Okay, you're going to close that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then close it, and then hold the tail over, because you're going to crochet this in now as you're going around, and you're closing it with a slip stitch like so. So you've made a little loop. Then you're going to chain up 3, 2, 3, and this chain up 3 is going to act as your first treble, and into this loop here you're going to put 18 more treble crochets, so in total you will have 19 including this 3 chain, and that's the first round. So your treble crochet is yarn around your hook. I'm holding my little tail down as I'm going, because I want to crochet this in as I'm going along to secure it. Yarn around, so yarn around your hook through 2, yarn around through 2, that's 2, yarn around in, draw through a loop, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, another treble crochet. And again, for the beginner, we're using the UK terminology, and our treble crochet is the exact same as a double crochet in US terminology. But as you're progressing through your crochet, learning the stitches and all the techniques, you will learn all the different terminology also that goes with it in time. But don't get too bogged down in that detail at the minute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and just keep going all the way around till we count 19 of these treble crochet, and I'll meet you there and we'll join and we'll start in round 2. Now, so we have our 19 made, okay, and we're going to join then into the top. Open out your work there. So this is the chain 3 that we started, and you're going to join in here, okay, with a slip stitch to close that round. Draw it through and draw it through, and that closes the round for you. And you can see at the back the tail is crocheted in, and you can cut this off in a little while when you're finished. So now to start round 2, you chain up 3 again. 1, 2, 3, okay, and open out your work. So you're going to crochet into each stitch around with a 2 chain space between every 2 trebles, okay? So I'll explain that now. So this is our chain 3 to start our round, and you can see that we're in here in this stitch, so this is the next stitch, and you're going to put a treble crochet in here, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, and now you're going to chain 2, okay? And then you're going to work into the next stitch, which is here, with another treble crochet. Okay. And the next stitch, a treble crochet. So you are putting a treble crochet in each stitch around, but you're creating kind of a set of 2 because you have a 2 chain space between them. Okay. Chain 2. Treble, treble, now chain 2, and into the next stitch a treble. So every 2 treble crochets you will be chaining 2, okay? So that's another 2 treble, you can see it there, look. 2 chain, okay, I'm just going to open that around there now. 1, 2, and again 1 more time, and then you can continue on around, and I will meet you at the next point. So that's 1, 2 again, and making sure you're going into the treble the top of the treble each time with your chain 2 between it. So that's your round 2. I'm going to put that down a second, and I'm going to just show you if you can see that then. So this is what we're doing. This is the round we're on at the minute. Our 2 treble, our 2 chain space, 2 treble, but we're working that treble into the stitch, and it goes all the way around. So continue doing that, okay, until we come all the way around here. I'll show you how to join it, and then you can start on round 3, okay? So we're after coming all the way around, okay? So make sure that you have your 2 treble, okay, and your 2 chain space all the way around. So this is where we started in the round, okay? We did our 3 chain, we did a treble, 2 chain to make the space, and then 2 treble. So if you count out the sets of 2 trebles, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should have 10 sets, okay? And then you close the round into the top of the previous round. That's the 3 chain that we made, and you're going to close this with a slip stitch. You're going to start the next round with a 3 chain up again, like so, and then you are going to come across here to the first 2 chain space, and you're going to put a treble in here and another treble, okay, and then you're going to make 2 chain, 1, 2, and then you're going to put another 2 treble, all in the chain or the same chain space. I'll show you that there now. Yarn around, in you go, 3 loops on your hook, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2. Now, so this is where we started the next round. We chained up 3, we worked across to the first chain 2 space, we did 2 treble, 2 chain, 2 treble. Into the next chain space, 2 treble, crochet, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, in again. So you will work 2 treble, 2 chain, and 2 treble, all in that chain 2 space. Okay, and you will do that all the way around in every one until you get back to your starting point. And if you note that we did 3 chain, which acts as 1 treble here, okay, when we come all the way around here, we'll be working into this chain space, and this acts as 1 treble. So you'll see then that we'll only put 2 treble, 2 chain, 1 treble in here, because this acts as a treble crochet for us. But you'll see that when we come back around here. So continue on working your 2 treble, 2 chain in each chain space around, okay? Open out your work and make sure you do that, and then come all the way back here, and I'll see you there. Now, so we are back here now, okay? We are going into the last 2 chain space with 2 treble, yarn around your hook, in you go, draw through 3 loops, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, chain 2, 1 more treble, okay, and you don't need to put another treble because our 3 chain in the previous round acts as our treble, if you remember that. Okay, and now you are going to close it again into the top of the 3 chain. So count out your 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, into the top, get those 2 loops and close it with a slip stitch. And now we're going to do the last round. So here we're at this point now. So look, this is the round we were working on here, and now we're going to do our scalloped edge, and that finishes it then. So that gives us our nice shape on our coaster. So you will chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, okay, and now you need to get across to this space here, okay, before we start our scalloped edge. And to do that, you're just going to bring your work over, in you go, and you're going to make a slip stitch. So I'll do that one more time. So you have your 3 chain, you're going to come over to this space here, and you're going to make a slip stitch like so. And then you're just going to put 6 treble crochets into this chain space. So 2, yarn around, in, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, that's 3, yarn around, in, draw through 3 loops, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, 4, in I go again, yarn around through 2, yarn around through 2, that's 5, one more time, yarn around my hook, in I go, draw through my work, 3 loops, around through 2, around through 2. That's what it looks like. And now to start making the scallop, okay, so if you open out your work here, you can see the sets of 2 treble, 2 chain that we made in the previous round, okay, like this and like this, all the way around, okay. So if I hold that, I've just made one here between these 2. Then there's a little space in here between them, okay, you see that there, okay. If I hold it out there, that's the next set, that's the space between it. There's the space, there's the space, okay. So into that space, you're just going to make a slip stitch. And all the slip stitch does then is it just brings your scallop down like so, okay. You can see it there into here. It just brings your little scallop stitch down into the work. Into the next 2 chain space, 6 treble crochet, 1, and you're just going to do that the whole way around. So I'll just finish this one and I'll show you then how to, you know, just make your slip stitch in the space next to it. Just to repeat that for you again. So count them out. How many have I there? That's 3. I need 3 more. 4, 5, 1 more, 6 treble crochets. Okay, there's the space next to it. Okay, this is where we need to go to make our 6 treble crochet. This is the space next to the one we've just made. In I go, in under it, and I'm going to close it with a slip stitch. Sorry, I'll go back out there now again because that went out of focus a little bit, okay. In I go, draw it through and draw it through. That's my slip stitch in there. And off I go now again into my next 2 chain set with my 6 treble crochet. So continue that all the way around and we'll get to the end of this round and you will be finished making your little coaster. See you in a minute. Okay, so now we're down to the end and this is where we're at. This is the chain 3 that we did at the start, okay? And this is what it looks like when you come back around to finishing it off. And then what you're going to do is to bring that last scallop, okay? You're going to bring it down into this space. So this is the chain 3, okay? And this is what it looks like. So don't worry in case you think you're gone wrong, you haven't. Okay, hold this out so you have 2 treble and you've 2 treble here. Okay, so you're in this space here making your shell and this is where you want to get with your last slip stitch. So in you go and close it with a slip stitch. So it looks like this, okay? And that's all there is to it then. You are just going to pull up your work. And if you want to, you can you just pull up the work, your loop, I should say, after making your final slip stitch again. And then if you really want to secure it, you could go in here with another slip stitch, but there is no need to do it. If I hold it out here, this is the one that I've made already, okay? You don't really need to do that. So you pull up your loop, you cut off your yarn, okay, like so, and then to secure our loop like we always do finishing off our work. Just pull it through and pull it through tight like that, and then it's nice and secure. Okay, so you should have 10 scallops when you're finished your little coaster. And then to finish off your coaster, you can get a smaller hook if you prefer to crochet your work in, weave in your ends, or you can get your darning needle, thread it, and then just work back through a couple of your stitches to secure it, and usually in under one of the scallops is perfect for that. Okay, and bring your work through and secure it, and you can continue on to do another few if you want to. It's entirely up to yourself. So you'd just secure your work then, so that's weaving in your ends, and you'd snip it off like so, and then snip off the little tail as well at the start. And then you have your lovely little coasters, okay, that you've made for yourself. And then this is what they will look like when you have them. So beautiful colours, the pastel colours in the cotton are lovely. And then you can just place your little glass on it like so. So they're very, very pretty, and they're quick to make, and a really nice present for somebody, maybe somebody's summer birthday coming up, or just for yourself, for your own table outside as the weather picks up. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Tune in again next week and we'll see what we'll have in store for you. Till then, happy crocheting.